And here we
Hi
are.
guys,
Hi
Hello.
guys.
how
Hello,
are you?
everybody. And hello, Yelena.
Hello guys. Hello Fede. Hello
Hi
Julia. Hello.
Elena.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. It's
Thanks to
really
you
cool.
Thanks.
for
Thanks for being
accepting
here.
our invitation. We are so happy to have guys here with us, Jelena Dobric of Persona. It's so awesome to talk with you a little bit about your projects, your career, your band, anything. So let's start on about how are you doing? How's the situation right now where you live?
Okay, so I'm currently living in Hanover, Germany.
Okay.
The situation. I mean, I guess you mean about like general Corona.
Yeah, yeah.
What it's actually at the moment. Well, we're pretty much used to, the regular measures here now, masks
Okay.
on all like enclosed spaces and, public transportation, everything. So everything functions, we can say normally, just with
Okay.
precaution. So everything functions. So the life kind of goes on normally, except, I mean, there are no normal concerts now where they're starting,
Okay.
they're, introducing some kind of concept where people are sitting in their
Yeah.
places, so that should work fine. It's good for the beginning, better than no concerts at all. So we'll see
Absolutely.
how that works. So yeah, that's the current situation.
Okay, just like here. So we just have to be patient,
Yeah.
like in Germany, where you live, and we see what will go on, and
Mm,
keep the finger crossed, and we'll
yes.
see.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Julia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine guys. And you?
I'm fine. Good.
Okay, sorry.
Who's calling you?
Yeah.
Is your
My
is
uncle
your
is calling.
okay?
That's not urgent. Leave it for later.
Okay.
Fede, how are you
Alright.
doing?
I'm great, man.
Okay.
I'm drinking water. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Cheers.
morning.
Same.
It's morning. We
It's
cannot
morning. Yeah, you
yeah
know.
we cannot drink alcohol actually. Well,
Yeah,
not
and it's important to stay hydrated. So yeah, water is always good.
That's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
okay.
Yes.
So
I
I
drink
guess
water.
we are ready to begin. In the meanwhile, let's say hello to
Hi
Hey,
Matthew.
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 Hi
Ah,
dear.
hey Matthew. Yeah, I mean,
Good. Hi
we
Good to
haven't.
everyone.
see
Great
you.
to see you all.
Good to see you.
And also,
Hey,
Dax.
Dax.
Hi everyone. Hi.
hi,
Hi.
Dex and Matthew. Thank you, Matthew, for helping us with our Ravenscry fan page. Matthew is a really
Yeah.
good friend. He's
Yeah,
taking care
yeah, thank
of a
you.
Ravenscry fan page, so he's doing a really great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Awesome.
I guess we are ready. So let's begin with our question for Yelena.
hmm
Okay.
All right. Shoot.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
here's the first question. Is the first question for you. It's the question about your singing career. It's the usual question that we always do to our guests. And it is, when did you start singing and why or how?
Okay. So, like, I guess as most singers say, I mean, I've been singing since I can remember. I really, I really started singing, like, you can't say professionally, but I really started singing at a very young age of maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. My dad is a musician too, so
Awesome.
there's always been music around the house, and singing has been somehow always my natural way of expressing myself.
Oh,
So I remember, like running around the house and, just like improvising, singing some, my imaginary tunes. And what's funny, I remember now, I used to pretend sometimes that I sing in a certain language. And one of the languages was Italian. It was my favorite.
Oh.
Of course, it wasn't really Italian. I couldn't speak any Italian or knew any Italian when I was 4 or 5. But, I was imagining like I'm singing in Italian for whatever reason.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like an opera singer. Like an opera singer.
Maybe I probably picked up something somewhere from TV or who knows what. So it was Italian, English, and Serbian. Those were the 3 languages I kept, kind of, using in my improvisations.
Okay. So, what instrument did your dad play?
Oh, he played many instruments. So he played violin, viola, also like piano, keyboards, and he also played some accordion, like classical accordion, and he used to teach that in music school also over there.
Okay.
So yeah, he's also composing and stuff. Yeah, so musician.
Okay, you're from Serbia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There's a really great musical culture here. I know that because I've been in Gucha.
Oh yeah.
10 years ago, I know that there is a lot of music going on there. At least, well, that is not actually rock music, but it's still a musical culture that can bring some inspiration.
Yes.
Did that inspire you?
That place, no, particularly. I mean, it's a totally different world. It's kind of like the trumpet. I don't know. Is it inspired? But usually we say like, let's say, kind of like I don't know if now like if this is like a politically correct word to say, but let's say gypsy or Rome. I don't know, how do you call that? Like community. They kind of like playing trumpets and that stuff, or like brass instruments, like that group of instruments. So they somehow developed that whole thing of, playing music, like those like bands of that kind of music, and then they just play like maybe some even folk songs or something. They make like covers of it, and then that festival, like I don't know how it actually happened to be, but I've never been there personally.
Okay.
Because I can't. I mean, I know of it, but it's kind of just not my kind of music, and it's a bit too noisy, and like the whole thing. But there are very many skilled musicians in those bands, and most of them are completely amateur musicians. So they never went to a school or to a music school to learn music. So they just by themselves, self-taught. They play so well. So it's kind of amazing, like admirable. Yeah, not my thing, but culturally and musically a nice, let's say, phenomenon.
Yeah. And what did you listen when you were a little child in your home? What kind of music your father used to put on the stereo?
It was a lot of classical music, I think, and then probably whatever was going on the radio, which at that time was, I was growing up in the 90s, so like late 80s and 90s. I discovered some Elvis Presley. For example, like records. So you used to have like an LP. I mean, we have a record player at home. So I used to actually like use that and play like a gramophone and stuff. So that was cool. And then some I think it was mostly classical music and whatever was going on the radio. So at that time.
Awesome. And did you take singing lessons while you were growing?
Yeah, the actual lessons haven't happened until I was maybe 18 or 19.
Okay.
Or even later, actually. But I've been singing basically my whole life. So in school, in parallel with the normal school, I used to go to a music school as well. So it was like normal school, like school and music school in parallel with that. So there, we also had some kind of a choir practice.
Okay.
And my dad was also, he was a conductor of a small children's choir, so I was singing there as well.
Okay.
So I sang a bit with him. Oh, he's a singer too, by the way, so that's why. So he kind of worked with me a bit.
Okay.
And then after that whole school, when there was time for high school, I also decided to go to high music school. So the choir was like obligatory thing there as well. So I continued singing there in a choir, and then there was university, and there I continued singing in a choir, and so I sang in choir practically my whole life. So, and then at some point during university, at the end, I said, okay, I could start maybe taking some singing lessons, because I just wanted to see how it actually is when somebody is teaching you. And but it didn't last long, because at that time in Serbia there weren't many options. So it was either like you learn classical singing,
Okay.
or
Okay.
there's no other type of singing,
Okay. Like in Italy. It's like it was like that also in Italy.
Yeah. So like the thing, it's either opera or
classical or
nothing.
Absolutely. We had the same problem. So this actually brings us to the next question, which is about when you decided to become a professional singer. So which was the spark that brought you to this decision?
Well, I think that decision kind of made itself for me. Because as you say, like, it was okay. I mean, I stayed in music. Okay, like I stayed in music. My primary actually subject, let's say, what I have been learning this whole time was actually piano.
Okay.
So that was the thing, because also when you're a really young child, there is no music school where you can go and learn voice. Actually, there wasn't. I mean, it didn't exist at that time. So it was okay. I want to learn some music, so I was learning piano, and in parallel, so singing in small choirs or singing children's songs and singing in some little concerts, like at school and blah blah blah. And then more and more, like I was actually the whole time during the years, I was actually feeling that like singing is so much more my natural way of expression than playing the piano.
Okay.
So somehow, I mean, playing the piano was really good, and it's really good bass, and I actually enjoyed it. But singing was just like joy, it comes naturally, and it's like, it's just, and playing the piano. Yeah. I mean, you understand me, Julia, as a singer.
Yeah.
So, and playing the piano is actually, first of all, hard work. I'm not saying that singing, like technique and everything, is not hard work. Everything, like as skills, any skill that you need to learn is hard work. But piano, especially at some point when you're studying the piano, because my studies later, like university, was also like piano, like focused, piano performance focused. It just, like a lot of work, a lot of work, and
absolutely.
singing, and then and I knew since forever, that I somehow felt like I really want to have a band, and I want to sing in a band, and it's somehow kind of my dream, like everybody's dream who has a band nowadays. And then at some point I just like with time decided, okay, I can, I do some stuff in parallel, like, okay, I can give private lessons, I can teach piano, or I can also teach singing and everything, but I really want to focus on like singing as performance, as something like I would really like to be able to really, like earn some money from shows and stuff.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Like it. So yeah, just like kind of filtered itself out with the time, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I guess playing the piano maybe helped you with the songwriting or something like that. Of course, I had a really similar feeling, because when I was young, actually also in Italy, was more important to play classical music, and so I started with the piano actually when I was 6, really, really young.
Yeah. Me
But,
too.
But as for you, it's more creative and expressive to sing. For me, it was the same with drums. And actually, I gave up on the piano, but right now I'm getting back to that because it helps me a lot with songwriting and composition. I know how do you feel about that, and this is really connected to the question from our friend Ibrahim Del Carme, who is greeting us, and also is the question. Can you read it, Julia, for us?
If there's a funny question, don't answer. Simon, I would like to know, how do a person actually create a song? Do you fiddle around with instruments or what?
I love how he says, do you fiddle around with instruments or what? Like, I love how this has been put.
Well, for me, it's about I improvise on the piano, and sometimes I create a song. With the band, it's kind of different because everybody brings up some ideas, and we just rearrange them all together. What about you, Jelena? Does the piano help you with that, or do you do something different?
Piano definitely helps because piano is a perfect instrument who can actually simulate many different instruments at the time, because all harmonic instruments, and you have 10 fingers and you can play so many notes at a time. So it's just kind of a perfect grounding, perfect base for actually creating a song. So it definitely helps, and that's why I'm so happy that I actually studied the piano, because it really helps with songwriting. And it's similar for me and for us, for Persona as a band, as what you said, Simon. So it's basically like that. So I also fiddle around. Sometimes it starts with a tune. Sometimes I just have a tune in my brain, or I start singing something and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Let's try to harmonize it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or that, or sometimes I just start playing something, and then on top of that I just start singing immediately, and then let's see what happens. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you guys, Fede and Julia? Let's start with Fede. How do you usually create a song?
It's a weird process for me because sometimes I just, for example, for maybe it was I just write.
You get inspired from the washing machine. I remember that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's the point. But sometimes I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'm inspired for my house sounds, and for example, I can hear the sound of the clock, and maybe I can think about that and say, oh, it's a sort of 4/4 or a time signature, and then I can write the guitar riff. Yeah, I'm a guitar player. I'm mad. So
yeah, you get inspired from the universe. Whatever you can feel, you can feel a song.
Yeah, I don't take drugs. Okay, so that's
it's good for you because they're expensive. So you can save a lot of money on drugs.
So yeah,
and
I'm lucky.
And unhealthy, and they create addiction. So it's not good to do drugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Julia, what about you? How do you usually create a song, or how do you usually get inspiration?
Maybe a little bit with Fede. I take inspiration from everything I see around me, and obviously from my emotion in that moment. If I feel sad, for example, I need to write something sad.
Yeah.
Doing something sad. Yeah. And when I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when I'm really down, I write I write the best things. I write
You're more inspired.
the best stuff. Yes,
Okay.
I can write well
Okay.
when I'm sad, when I'm down,
Yeah,
Okay.
when
It's
I'm
true.
yeah,
It's
it's
true.
same for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
same,
think
same.
I think the
I
best
don't know why,
guitarist that I wrote when I was really really down. So yeah, yeah,
Sometimes sadness can help with creating something cool. So the
yeah,
the good side of sadness. Sometimes it can help you to be
Definitely.
creative.
And on the opposite side, I actually find it sometimes maybe difficult when I'm super happy, like, and everything is perfect and everything is going fine. I find it difficult to be like naturally inspired. Like it's like
Mhm.
yeah,
I don't need to create anything. Everything is so
yes,
cool.
but
So it's just like
you don't need to express yourself. You're
no.
full of your happiness, and
yeah,
it's
So
okay like that.
yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
It's like if music is balancing something inside of us. So we
Yeah.
need to create something to uh, keep the balance in our inner emotions and feelings.
Mm. And
No,
I would like to add, I think we're all like all musicians, all artists, like of any kind, including it's writers as well. For me, that's art as
mhm,
well. I mean, anything can be done in a nice and artistic way, like basically anything. Like if a person sufficiently likes what they, if a person is creative and if it means anything. But like us as artists, because it's like some kind of, like it gives you freedom to express yourself however you
mhm,
want. I think we're
yeah,
very, very, very lucky. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
such an amazing feeling to have this ability.
yeah.
yeah.
absolutely. Okay, in the meanwhile, I see that there is a lot of people
Yes, we
joining
have
us.
Van Fender.
Yeah.
Good
Hey,
everyone. Hi, dear.
hey,
Okay.
Juan.
Hey,
We have
Hey,
Johan
John.
Aronson. I hope my pronunciation
Hello.
is. Hello, hello.
from
From
Sweden.
Sweden. He's from
Yes, great.
Sweden.
Hi,
Then we
Johan.
have
Uh,
Guillermo. He says, "Hello, guys. Hi.
hello.
Hi.
Thanks for
I
being
can't
here."
read his
Hi.
name.
What's
No,
your name?
It's
please.
unreadable. Anyway, hello.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go on. Which are the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most during your musical growth?
Oh, that can be a very long answer, but let's try to summarize it in. Okay, so there's been a lot of classical music
Okay.
because like just I've been going to music school and been studying music later, so a lot of classical music, which
Of course.
I didn't necessarily enjoy the whole time, but yeah, just like I've been exposed to it a lot.
Okay.
And then when I, let's say, the things that I chose can what is relevant, let's say, okay, dream theater.
Whoa.
So from and the albums in what did images and words. I remember I like
Okay.
that one.
Crazy.
Scenes from a memory.
Okay.
Mhm.
And maybe let's say 6 degrees of inner turbulence.
Yeah, that's great.
Uh, can be
Great.
so those, like, let's say I've been literally brainwashed with that, like during some period, like I was listening only that and nothing else.
Me too. Guilty.
Yeah,
Guilty.
guilty as charged. um then I have to say Pain of Salvation, earlier Pain of Salvation. Seriously.
Believe it. I, I actually had a dream theater. I got goosebumps. I had a dream theater period and then a pain of salvation period. And
You
I
see?
was mad. I was mad about it, and I
You
also
know
played
me.
in a tribute band to Pain of Salvation when I
Oh my
was
god, there was a
17.
tribute band. Yeah, they deserve a tribute band. Yes.
Absolutely.
Did you
The
play
only-
drums or keyboard? Do they?
Drums. Yeah.
By the way, fun fact, it's not a fun fact, it's like a known fact. Our drummer's name is also Simon.
Awesome.
So yeah, Pain of Salvation. And like my also being Daniel Gildenlow being my like one of my absolute favorite vocalists like ever.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I really like the albums. What would be, of course, earlier ones. My favorite one, I think, is they're the acoustic one, the one that's between like 12:05 or 12:05. Yes,
Yeah.
on the 12th of May. That one is mine because they picked somehow the best songs and they like arranged them in such a beautiful way. And I don't know. Let's say that one. And then I have to see something. Then Leprous.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also be one of the reasons being Einar Zolberg, the singer, who is also one of my like favorite vocalists ever. Like the one
I didn't understand.
the Leprous, the band, and because of the singer Einar Zolberg, especially, and then also the music. That's what I meant. And yeah, the albums would be okay. Their newest one, Pitfalls, is different, kind of different. I mean, less aggressive, we can say, than the previous one, like less metal, but I love it. And I also liked, I think, Bilateral and Coal, and that was, yeah, those two, I think. I mean, all of them are cool, but let's say these are my favorites. So from the metal thing, let's say, okay, those three.
Okay.
No. Excuse me, I forgot a very important one. Like power metal, my favorite at some point, like Camelot and the old like Karma album, Karma. So yeah, Camelot.
Did you have the chance to see those band live?
Unfortunately, not. Okay, first, okay, I've been living in Serbia until 2000. Practically like fall 2011. So it wasn't really that easy to, like move organized because we needed visa for everywhere. So yeah. Then I moved to Tunisia, which was, again, it was far, nothing was happening in Tunisia. I mean, you have to organize everything. There are flights, it's, usually expensive flights. There are no low cost. It was complicated to go anywhere just for a concert, just like no bands were coming there. So no, so I didn't have much chance. I've seen Dream Theater live once in Bulgaria, and I forgot where. Probably Sofia, like Sofia, like the probably. So yeah, so them I've seen live, and now since we've been in Germany, I mean. The last year I spent because of my I didn't have my official stay yet, so I had to travel like also touristically because again complicated. Serbia is not in European Union, so we need visa. I mean, we don't need visa, but we have a limited stay. Whatever, doesn't matter. So I wasn't here, to the whole last year, so that I can just be here, move around, enjoy the concerts and everything because I had to travel back and forth. So no chance last year, and this year there's Corona. So I had no luck.
Okay.
I hope that this thing in future, I hope it's going to change, so yeah.
I was just asking because I went to a Dream Theater concert in 2002, and it was actually on the tour of 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. And I discovered Pain of Salvation in a Dream Theater concert because they were supporting Dream Theater.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was also. Yeah, it was on Valentine's Day. All my friends, my school friend, will say, "What are you doing on Valentine's Day? Are you going to a concert?" I told them, absolutely. It is my favorite band, and I also fell in love with Pain of Salvation.
So it was perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, I see that there is a question from Van Fender. What do you guys use?
I can answer.
I use. We usually use Cubase. I think Fede uses Logic, and let's say that I use GarageBand.
So what? As long as
Yeah.
it works, who cares?
I'm a drummer. What can I say?
Yeah,
It was for the piano.
Yeah, yeah. I use Logic and sometimes Cubase, but I prefer Cubase. And yeah, for our recordings and our live performances, we use Cubase because it's great. Yeah.
Yes, Cubase.
He do his jobs. He do its job, whatever.
Job.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No, it's good. What are we use? Okay, most of us at the moment, I think, okay, it's either Logic or I was using Adobe Audition because it was the most simple one to work with in parallel with don't laugh now, please don't laugh. Like I learned to work with it and I'm still using it for MIDI because like Adobe Audition couldn't do when I record keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
So that I can, I'm still using Fruity Loops.
Okay,
It's good. It's good, Fruity Loops.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good.
Like yeah, and now I'm currently also using Reaper.
Okay.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's. I think it's
We have
better than Audacity or whatever.
Yeah, so many softwares, you know, just like I need to find.
I'm open source softwares.
That you, I don't know, just like need something simple that it's like kind of intuitive, and I don't have to learn too much in order to be able to use it. You know, I don't have patience for it. I just want to. I want to be able to do what I need to do, you know, as fast as possible. I can't if it's too complicated. You have to click here and there, and like then.
Yeah. For example, Pro Tools is really complete, I think, but you have to study it to work with it. Yeah, because it's. But it's a good digital audio workstation.
Say hello to Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Yeah. Where is Daniel?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. Before going on with our question, we are going to get into the questions about your band. But before going into that, guys, check out anything from Jelena. You can check out her Facebook page, her Instagram, her YouTube channel. So you can be updated on everything she does with her voice and with her music, and that's it. That's just because we talk about you. Right now, we're going to talk about Persona. So, how Persona was born? What are the story and the concept behind the project?
Okay. So Persona was born practically when Melik, the guitar player of Persona, I mean one of them. We also have the second guitar player, Yusri. So when Melik and I actually met, he's from Tunisia. So then I moved to Tunisia, and then I mean he's a medical doctor, but he's also like a musician. On the side, and he already had like his own project band, which was mostly like stoner rock or grunge. But interesting. So I really liked how those songs were really beautiful and really cool. And I had other completely different background, and I had before that like a progressive metal band also in Serbia.
Okay.
So I was more like a progressive power girl, and he was more this like, let's say, grunge or even like thrash metal and stoner rock, that kind of influence. And we just started, you know, like it was normal for us to start making music together to see how it works, and it was pretty cool. And we were exploring it. At some point we just said, okay, we need to find musicians for this, because we want to do something good with it. And the thing is that from the beginning we didn't want it to be a hobby band. That's one thing that's like important. So we wanted to do something significant with it, let's say. So not a hobby band. And another thing that we knew from the beginning is that we didn't want it to be a cover band, like by all means, not a cover band. Meaning we didn't want to get into a trap to, let's say, let's start playing covers with this band, like covers for money. And then we will see what happens later. No, because we knew we started playing covers just like that, for money, we might really like easily slip into just being a cover band. So we said like, all the original songs, and we make music and we want this thing to be as professional as possible, and let's move forward and let's see what happens. So that's basically it.
Okay. And the name persona is from Latin. I know it means mask in Latin. Is that right?
Yes. So yeah, it's a pretty like universal word, and it also can have so many meanings and sub meanings. And I actually kind of got inspired with this like psychological like concept from Swiss psychiatrist, psychotherapist, like Carl Gustav Jung.
Jung, okay.
So it's actually him. He has it. So in his like psychological concept, there's like persona. Persona is kind of again, as you said, like a mask, meaning kind of a personality that one shows to others, but that doesn't really represent one's true self. So
yeah. Okay.
Very interesting.
I used to know also the etymology of the word persona, because it's a mix from the three letters per and the word sona, which means sound, because Latins used to wear these masks in the theater, and I know that they had a particular, let's say, technology which helped them to gain a louder voice when they were in the theater. So it was a way to act louder and to be heard in the theater. So it's a really cool double meaning, because it's also it's also about expressing ourselves. So it's a double meaning. It's a really cool name for a band.
Totally. Thank you. I mean, it's just like, speaking of the double meaning, and also make me like think of a mask, meaning not like, okay, we present to like we're trying to be somebody else. We're not. It's not about that. It's just like, every time you're on stage and you're performing something, especially Julia, us as singers, I mean, you kind of get into the character of the song that you're singing, so you kind of become that song, and each song is different, So it's kind of assuming like taking on the personality, the mood, the character of that song that you're currently performing and expressing it. And then then the next song comes on, and the next song comes on, somehow a bit in that way as well. And and thank you for saying it. It's a cool name. I mean, I like the meaning, and I also what I like is that it's just simple, It's like kind of universal international word that's like easily pronounced, sometimes maybe a bit different in different languages, but that's it. And that's kind of what I wanted, not some kind of like like a weirdly spelled some not my thing. So and the meaning is like also like you explained. So
yeah, that's great. I see now that Tanya Smith is commenting that she's been listening to a few Persona songs, in the background while watching us, and she says, I'm really liking what I've heard so far. So,
well, thank you, Tanya. Really glad you like it.
Do we have also someone else to greet, Julia?
Oh, we have Daniele Danni Zanoni from Maleo.
Ciao, Italy. Ciao, Daniele.
Ciao, Daniele.
Ciao, Daniele.
Okay, so let's go back to the talking about the band. We talked a little bit about the songwriting before with the
Mhm.
question from Ibrahim. So you already told us something about how you come up with ideas, and so it's something similar to us. So each one of you, brings up some ideas, and also you arrange them, but also you keep get some inspiration from what you feel in the world and from your feelings in some specific moments. So as you already talked about the songwriting process, would you like to talk a little bit about the lyrics of your band, about the theme of the band, of what you talk about?
Okay. So yeah, as the songwriting, we said we said this is my side now with the new members. Okay, now everybody is much more involved than before. Before it was mostly like Melik and I, like the guitar player.
Okay.
We were composing most of the stuff, with a small input from everybody else. Now, with the new members that we have since last year, since like maybe August, I forgot when we actually got together. So with the new bass player and the new drummer. Us together now, they are really good musicians. They have excellent ideas, and now really like the input is much different. It's really well divided. We all have our inspiration. It really works quite well. So now I can
Awesome.
really see that everybody contributes, and it's a really cool mix of musical influences and personalities. So it's kind of cool. And as for the lyrics, I wrote I was writing. I mean, I wrote all the lyrics so far for all like our two previous like albums,
Okay.
and the inspiration is always like emotions and thoughts, and some psychological processes maybe, just thing that you think about, and then this uh, the atmosphere of the song also inspires me about what I might write about. Okay, this song is maybe more aggressive or something. So okay, and then I'm listening, and then okay, I have some certain like images and situations in my mind that kind of inspire me. Okay, so this is this type of situation. So okay, I want to write my lyrics about this.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
But the melody is always kind of the king, let's say. So somehow the melody in this case and so far, the melody always comes first somehow, and then the lyrics come on top. So I wouldn't sacrifice good melody in order to adapt it to the lyrics. I would rather do otherwise. But lyrics are important too. So, but it has to be a perfect balance between the good lyrics. So the sentence should like sound normal and like how a person would say it normally, and like this be sang nicely in a tune that rhythmically fits the rhythm of the words how they are. So yeah. If that makes
Okay. 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 Julia, I have a question for you. Does it work in the same way? I have a question for you. Does it work in the same way for you, or something like that, as you write a lot of our lyrics?
Yes, except for the last one, the guys helped me a lot with lyrics, and they wrote the most interesting of them. Right, guys?
Which song are you talking about? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote it, but well, actually, it's a really interesting matter for a singer, because you have to sing the words, so you have to find the real perfect balance between musicality
yes.
of the words and the
Mhm.
meaning of the words.
Yeah.
So I
And
guess
the sound of the words of the words
Yes.
is very important.
Okay.
Right.
So
Uh,
yeah.
She was telling that she used to write the lyrics after the melodic lines, yes, vocal lines.
Usually, like ideally, somehow do them together. I don't know, but like, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they rise together, but
Mm.
I think that the best way is like you do. So writing the vocal lines and then insert the words. Just
Okay.
for one reason, of course, you have to give the right importance to the vocal lines because they are the song, you
Yes.
know,
Yes. Mm.
and uh, and then the words are always they have always their importance, but it's after the melody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And the
And
sound of the words is very important too.
and there's like one last criteria. When I write something. Okay, so it has to fit well with the melody. So as I said, like good balance, and it shouldn't distort the words. Like the melody shouldn't distort the words, the natural sound
Yeah,
of the word, how the word normally sounds.
yeah,
And in the end, when the lyrics are done, when you read them, just read them without the melody, they must not by all means sound trivial and stupid and oversimplified. And so when you read it, they're supposed to stand for themselves. So
yeah.
they, so that's what good lyrics should be. So if you read them without the tune and they just sound retarded, it's just like, okay, this is bad, this needs to be changed.
Right, right.
Well, one of your biggest inspiration are Pedal Salvation, and their lyrics are amazing, in my opinion.
Yes,
So
yes,
I,
yes.
I can imagine that helped you to find the right way to do
Yeah.
this. So
Mm.
we are on the same page about this.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about live performances. Do you remember your first live performance with Persona? How it was, and what was your best live performance ever?
Okay. Well, the first one was in the far 2012. I remember. So we were just starting, and it was in so the architecture school. So it was in Tunisia. So
Okay,
the name of the town, Sidi Bou Said. So on the
okay,
northern shore,
Mhm.
and the school, like high school, I think, of architecture, and the students of the school occasionally organize concerts for, they'll just like music, so they kind of collect some kind of a budget, and they put up a stage, like a high stage, and they rent like the equipment, for like speakers and everything. So and then they invite bands, to like to play. So that was actually our first, and actually in that, like, in that original lineup. So I was there, Melik was there, and Yusri, our guitar player, was there as
okay,
well. The other members that later played with us also in Tunisia were not there at that time. There were some other people, totally other people, which they changed later. So our guitar player and the bass player and the drummer, they were completely different people at that time. So they were
okay.
temporary. And so that was our first gig, and it was, I don't know, I can't even remember. It was okay, I guess. The sound was bad. We couldn't hear anything on stage, like the usual, conditions of student gigs.
Okay, okay, absolutely.
And
And about your best live performance ever?
best ever. Oh, that's difficult to say. In 2017, we had some really cool ones. So I would have the one that stood out was in, like, when we played as an opening band for Mirath. In
Okay,
the So that was in Carthage. It was like a huge ruins, Roman, like an amphitheater, Roman amphitheater. So
Awesome.
that was amazing. Like that was amazing because the stage was so cool, and the sound was cool, the ambience was cool. All like everything was super professional, So that was a very, very good experience. And that same year we played also that was I think our first gig ever in Europe. We played in Female Fronted Festival, that FAM, Female Fronted Metal Festival in Eindhoven, in Netherlands. That's the year when we played there. So that was really nice. It was a really nice experience for us because the first time in Europe and everything. So
and also a festival, a big festival.
Yeah, big festival. Yeah. And also it was very nice for us at that time because that was the first time that we ever met some of our very faithful and loyal fans in person, because they came to the festival. So that was really nice. We got to sit down with them, and chat and, and it was just like after our crowdfunding campaign. So we also had some perks. So like we gave perks to some of them in person. So it was a really nice thing.
Yeah, that's the best part of music. It's what we all miss right now: the contact with the people, with our friends, with our fans.
Yeah. And I also have to say we had two really nice concerts. So like it's really cool with new band members here in Germany. So we managed to have two concerts before Corona happened. That was really those were really cool, especially the last one. It was in the place called Kulturpalast here in Hanover. So it was really nice. Like the place was small, but small meaning like it could fit maximum 100 people.
Okay.
So it was packed and it was such a good ambience, like really, really nice, good vibes. So we were so happy after that concert. So yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Sometimes it's really nice to play in small venues because it's very intimate. You have a real connection with the crowd, and it's awesome.
Yes.
We had something like that when we toured with Angra. We played in a very cool place called Barroeg in Rotterdam. It was 4 p.m. So it was in the afternoon, and we were wondering how many people we will be here in the Sunday afternoon, and it was really packed, and it was absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
And as well,
when you contact the people.
Yeah, you can touch them.
Yeah, I love that. I love that too. I love it when they close. Yeah, I really like it too. It's smaller venues have their charm, that's for sure.
Yes. Everybody.
Okay, what are you doing, Fede?
I'm searching for the peak of
from Barroeg. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Good memories.
Yeah. Nice.
It was great. Oh, and they changed the color of my screen. Oh, again.
It's back.
It's back. You're pale and blue again.
One of the disadvantages of small venues, not the venue itself, the venue is cool, but small venues usually have such a small stage.
Yeah.
So and you get, because I like to move a lot. I like to move a lot on stage. So I like it. So I kind of feel, and you're entangled with all the cables that are around you, and it's some kind of, sometimes there are things. And me, I headbang a lot, and my hair is everywhere. And then you can get attached to something.
Guys.
It happens to me too.
You see?
You remember, I risked my life with my hair attached to the base. When we were in England, maybe a lot of time ago.
Nice
tour.
Yeah, pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Yeah, it balances, but it's still nice. I still like small venues. Yeah, no problem.
No, absolutely.
Okay, so
we have another friend here, Foodie World with Zabi. Very well.
Yeah.
He said
Hi,
very
Zabi.
well. Hi.
And also there is another
Hello.
comment from Daniele.
What are you
Then
cooking?
who says, I like very much the sound and the lyrics of Persona. Yeah. Go on, Giulia. Okay.
Go on. I have a band called Malevento, and it could be pretty good to make live support for them. Oh, Yelena, what do you
Yes,
think about it?
it would be cool. I will check out the web. It would be cool. We like, meeting other bands and doing stuff with other bands. Sounds cool. I will check out the band for sure. Thank you, Daniele.
Malevento.
Malevento.
Malevento. Oof, my Italian.
That's good.
Okay, and let's go on. What are the plans for you and Persona in the future, in the near future?
Okay, so we're now composing the songs for a third album.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, one single and let's say 3 songs are already finished. We're composing it now. We continue to compose, and we recently had a video shoot for our first single from this new third album that's in preparation. And we are preparing the crowdfunding campaign for this third album.
Okay.
And it's planned that we're going to probably release the video and launch the campaign in the end of October, beginning of November.
Okay.
Already, and the release of the album is going to be sometime next year. We were still deciding on when exactly, but that's the idea so far. And then we will see how it goes with festivals and gigs and everything. That's still everything under the question mark. And we will try to become more active in, let's say, online sessions, maybe some kind of acoustic concerts or normal concerts. We will see how that works.
Okay.
But we're mainly focused now on the campaign, the release of the video that's going to happen, and the songwriting. So those are the near future plans.
Okay. Is the crowdfunding campaign going on right now?
No, not yet. So
Not
it's
yet.
going to be launched, at end of October, beginning of November.
Okay.
We're still timing it,
Okay.
So
Okay.
in preparation right now.
And
Okay.
Yeah, good job.
what crowdfunding platform do we will use?
I think we'll go with Indiegogo again because we've already used it. So it worked pretty well. So, and I know, and we know already how it works. So it's going to be easier to just do it again there.
Okay. So that's pretty much everything about Persona. Guys, check out below anything you can find from Persona on Facebook, on Instagram, of course, and on YouTube. Check out what they are going on to do in these times, and check out what they are going to do with the crowdfunding campaign, so we can help them to reach their goals as fast as they can. It's really important to support music.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And do you have any side projects besides Persona?
I do have my still, let's say, call it solo project, HELENIUM.
Okay.
So how that happened was actually because I compose all the time some stuff, on the piano and the voice, and so there's just there has been a lot of accumulated stuff that we couldn't use for Persona because it simply couldn't be metallized and just doesn't fit, stylistically. And I just said, okay, I should do something with this, and just it's also my place where I just write Like I compose however I feel like it. Meaning, if something comes out and it's not maybe not commercial enough, or it's not in this genre, or it's not in that genre, I don't care. It's just like, how it comes out naturally. That's how it is. It's just like a complete, authentic, 100% expression of myself.
Okay.
So and I need a place like that, where I can do whatever I want, just without thinking if it's like, okay, is this now in? Should we maybe like make it more, I don't know, this way, or should it maybe go maybe this way? I don't care. I just like write it how I like it, and it's there how it is. And I decided to actually give it a name because I was thinking that in the future I might actually find actual musicians for it. So because I would like to be able to play it live, and I don't know, it's like kind of a free genre. So the piano is the bass, like the ground for everything, and let's say voice, but it can be a fusion of stuff. I'm going a bit in the direction of, let's say, maybe a bit of Kate Bush, because I love Kate Bush.
Okay.
And let's say maybe there's a bit of Amy Lee vibe in it, but maybe not really. So really free, really
Total
free
freedom.
Total freedom what comes out. And then I will also allow, other musicians, if I ever involved. I would like to have some percussionists and stuff like that. So I would allow other people to bring in their personalities as well. Allow, as if, I mean, I would like other people to bring in their personalities as well. So we'll see what happens. So for the moment, persona is the priority. This is kind of on hold, but I always compose some stuff. So there's always some material that's like on the side that can be then turned into Helenium music. Yeah.
Okay, I had something like that. I either sometimes I compose something with the piano that can't really fit with Ravenscry music. So I have a side project. I know the feeling. Something where you can do anything you want, and of course to not really useful to preserve any idea that you have.
Yes.
So you don't have to trash it. Awesome. So guys, follow Awesome HELENIUM on Facebook, Instagram.
It's a Helenium with
HELENIUM.
The pronunciation.
No, actually,
What?
no. Wait. Let's see. Helen with an N after Helen.
I did another mistake. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Sounds cool like that as well.
I also
let me check. Sorry.
No problem. It happens.
But the way I want to do a side project album also, for example, I want to do a guitar solo album.
Why not?
Yeah, with only solos guitars.
Oh, only. Why not?
Let me check.
That's going to be pretty intense, though. Solos all the time.
Is it right? HELENIUM with two I.
I'm slow. I'm slow, but.
And here it is, HELENIUM. That is perfect.
I did it.
Okay.
I did it.
So,
yay!
Yeah.
Check it on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube with the right pronunciation, HELENIUM.
HELENIUM.
Right?
Helenium, yeah.
HELENIUM. Okay.
It's cool. Again, it's like persona. You can like in okay, Remi's persona. Okay, or it can be okay. Persona would be like the correct, I guess, American like persona. British persona. So it's not persona, but can be. And in German, it's persona. So kind of variations.
Very serious. It's very serious.
I guess HELENIUM takes his name from your name.
A bit, yes, kind of. And actually, Helenium, what I discovered, like a bit, it's actually a name of a flower. There's a flower called Helenium. It's a pretty flower, so it's okay. and it kind of, this has this anium in the end. It kind of gives it to me a bit of like a kind of universe vibe, not universe like a world vibe, like you have like a Helenium universe, like kind of, like a land, like a, like a fantasy imaginary land of some sort. So it kind of, yeah.
Okay, like Entropia.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
Can
Entropia
be.
from Conservation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we have some other comments from
Yes,
Daniela.
we have Daniele. Wow, soon we're out with our LP, Cave ab hominem nequis canem. I
It's
followed
Latin.
man to all these years.
What does
Good.
it mean?
Okay.
For you. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's Latin. Cave ab hominem nequis canem is.
I don't know any Latin, but you guys know because Italian, Latin. I mean, it's not the same, obviously, but it's close, isn't it?
I studied for 5 years, but I don't remember anything. So
I studied it as well, very, very hard also, but
you can do it.
You can do it. I don't remember anything. I'm
Okay.
better with Greek.
It
we can ask.
like, be careful. Be careful with men.
Yeah.
Not with dog.
Without dog.
Without dogs.
Be careful with men. No, my Latin is bad right now.
Daniela, you have to translate it for us.
Yeah, it's very important. So we don't have to type now Google Translate. So yeah, Google Translate will probably know.
In the meanwhile, we have another question from Ivan K. Hi, do you have or plan to have your personal collaborations with other bands?
Oh, he means me. I mean, not the band. Not the band. Yeah. Means. Yes, actually, nothing that I can, let's say, disclose at the moment. But some things are still like in negotiation. But personally, I'm always open for that, and I love that. I love collaborating with other bands and other artists, musicians, and everything in projects. Like a guest vocalist or whatever, like a guest composer, piano arranger, whatever. So yeah, there are plans, and I enjoy doing it. So whenever an opportunity that seems interesting to me comes up, I do it with pleasure.
So, Ivan, check out all the social pages from Jelena, so you'll be updated about anything she will do with some other projects. That's the best way to be updated about it. So,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have
the translation.
I have to go.
Your daughter is calling you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's been a pleasure, Jelena.
Likewise.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
With your projects.
Thank you so much to you too, with the band and everything. And we keep in touch.
Yes, of course.
No, I know it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Julia.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Leave studio.
Okay. Let's go with the last question. Is my favorite one.
What is the last question?
Is the question about your hobbies and interests besides music?
Okay. So I'm afraid this is pretty boring because the music takes up a huge chunk of somebody's time. But I like psychology. I read a lot of stuff and I listen to I explore a lot and some kind of this I think it's important that one works on oneself, that everybody explores till the end what's going on inside and to understand oneself. So I think it improves the quality of life when you actually really know why like why are you thinking the things that you're thinking, and what do they mean, and why are they there, and if it's something that you think it doesn't really serve you, can you do something to change those things, stuff like that. So psychology.
Okay.
I read a lot. I mean, I love reading. It's my regular thing. What do I read mostly? I love thrillers and crime and stuff like that. I also like hard science fiction. It has to be hard science fiction because it has to be something that could possibly happen. If it's totally fictional, then
you don't like it.
Okay. And get more like too much, like like extreme, like some kind of aliens and not my thing. But what else do I? What are my other? I'm also into like the whole well-being, a bit of like fitness, yoga, nutrition, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm sure there's more. Like I keep. I don't know. This would be at the moment what. What I mean, cooking, not really. I'm not really cooking for as a hobby. I mean, I am creative when I make stuff. Like I improvise mostly when I cook, and it turns out good. I mean, that's what people tell me. But I don't have any like ambitions, So like, I'm a good cook. I enjoy cooking so much. I love cooking for people. I just,
Okay, you're not going to participate to Hell's Kitchen or something like that.
No. Definitely not. There must be some other things. What are your hobbies, guys?
Well, I do like to read a lot. I do like to read about psychology, also a lot about spirituality.
Yes.
Actually, in my opinion, Pain of Salvation had some influences on me about it, because when I was really young, I read all the lyrics from the band, and they are so psychological, especially in The Perfect Element. The Perfect Element is my favorite one, probably.
Yes.
And the more you read, the more you listen to the album, the more you get into the human mind, the social issues, and you start to ask yourself something, and that helped me to get a little more into what you talked about a few seconds ago, about your mind, what's inside you, what brings you to do something in particular. And so I mixed a little bit my readings between spirituality and psychology, and I also practice some kind of meditation.
Me too. I try to keep it,
so to get in balance.
It's important, especially when we like the life is so busy, and we're all so busy all the time, and everything is so fast, and at some point you just feel inside like you're all so bubbly. It's like you're going to like too much activity, too much activity. So you need to sit down and calm down the mind, and just just calm down and get again connected with, like, I don't know, whatever is happening inside you and in your body. It doesn't have to be like like huge, like 1 hour meditation every day. And like, who does that? Nobody does that. It's like impossible. I mean, we all have lives, but especially I think it's very important, crucial, like especially when we're the busiest and when we feel the most, like hectic, and there's things, we have to find some time to sit 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes, only just 5 minutes to just, okay, it's like, wait. Let's just slow down for these 5 minutes. I need to take some time for myself. And then after that, somehow you feel like things fell into place anymore. They're not just like flowing everywhere.
Yeah, of course. And also when you are so busy, just to keep a kind of rooted spirit inside, so you can be a little bit more detached from what's happening outside. And I think this is enough. If you can't actually meditate or every day, but just to feel a little bit detached from things, it helps a lot to cope with everything,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
in these hard times.
Yes. True.
And also, I like a little bit of exoterism, and Jung actually took some ideas from exoterism and
Yes.
something like that. So symbolism and everything that can help your mind to feel more connected with the universe and nature also.
In nature too.
So
Yes. Cool. That's cool. Okay, we're turning this like into a psychological chat. Like I like this. Make another.
And did you discover something new during the lockdown, the quarantine? Something about you that you didn't think you could find? I don't know, some new interest or something that it was new for you.
New. I discovered. Yes, actually, I discovered that I like dance. And I actually want to. I want to start. I want to start going to a dancing school, but meaning not the dance like like couple dancing, like a salsa and stuff like that. Not like this. I just I feel like some kind of free, like freestyle, maybe like jazz. I don't know how is that even called. Some like kind of freestyle choreography or some sort that like really it feels liberating to just use your body in a you connect with the music, and it's like so that could be maybe a new thing. Yeah. So let's say I reconnected with my body in that way, so to got free in that way, and I should definitely try to find some time and look up a school and
Awesome.
That's
Fede,
you.
what about your hobbies?
Yes. Your hobbies.
Sleeping and some bathing. No, I'm kidding. I like watching movies and TV series.
Oh
And
that's one of
yeah,
the.
but I prefer watching movies. There, yeah, that's the thing. And I like so much during this quarantine. I can say that I rediscovered playing in video games. So
Yeah.
I just removed the dust from my Xbox, and I play some good video games like Halo, and the other one was Call of Duty, I think.
Call of Duty. Okay.
Yeah, and I also found that I'm a good cook.
Oh.
Yeah, because during the quarantine, I tried to do some dishes and so some recipes, and yeah, I'm good. I'm not the best cook in the world, of course, but I'm good. I think
You learned something.
Yeah, I learned something.
That's great.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, and about movies, I like sci-fi movies, or for example, historical movies. Yeah. And yeah, fantasy movies. It's not my kind of movies, but yeah, I can watch them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings, guys.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah, but
You
I
neither.
can.
Me neither. So man, I don't know. I was just bored. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When I saw on when I watched the first movie at the cinema with some of my friends,
You
I
fell
just
asleep.
remember that after 30 minutes. And my friends cursed on me and they say, "Oh, you're mad. You don't understand anything about that. Why you?" I say, "Guys, it's not my kind of movies."
You tried.
But
Yeah.
they're great.
They won some Oscars. Some
the fun fact
Academy Awards.
yeah, of course. And the fun fact is, Peter Jackson is one of my favorite directors. So, you know, it's the genre. I don't like that genre.
Yeah. Well, talking. I mean, it has its significance, and
nobody's perfect.
Nobody. Well, not everybody can like everything. It's just
absolutely
a matter of taste.
Yeah, it depends on your taste.
I see that Daniele translated the name of his EP from us.
Thank you.
And actually, it was right. Beware of the man, not of the dog. It's the right.
So Julia was pretty correct with her interpretation.
Yeah, almost.
Thank you, Daniel.
Also, he says, "I love Persona for their deep atmospheres and their intimate lyricism. Cool."
Thank you.
And also, he asked, "But is there some esoteric study at the base of Persona philosophy?"
It's just like a deep psychological, let's say, not research on myself, like Metamorphosis. That's our second album. It's like the whole kind of, it's really personal. So every song is kind of based on some things that I've been going through at the time, and then I kind of put them into a song. So yeah,
and I also guess, as you told us, that you are interested in the Carl Gustav Jung work, and I know that there is a little bit of esotericism in his work. Maybe you get something from that.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, so we are at the end of this awesome chat with Jelena. We usually end with a final speech, not something hard to say, just whatever you want for our friends. So the stage is yours. Say whatever you want.
Okay. It's going to be a very short speech, but
no problem.
So, like, most obvious, I first want to thank you guys for inviting me to do this awesome chat, and it's been very nice meeting you. And I really hope that maybe, when this whole Corona is over, we maybe get to play some concerts together. That would be really awesome, because I really like your band. I've checked it out. And I also would like to say a huge thanks to all Persona fans who are listening to this, or are going to listen, or who are not even listening. But your support means a lot to us, and we're happy that you're there for us and that you're following us. And I think that would be it.
Okay.
And hi to my bandmates.
Okay.
Perfect. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us in this awesome chat with Jelena. Thanks, Jelena, for joining us. Remember,
you're welcome. It was a pleasure.
You remember, guys, to check out everything from Jelena on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and from Persona as well on Facebook. Here are here below. You can find all the links, and also to Helenium as well, our side project. And remember that Persona are going to have a crowdfunding campaign at the end of October. So let's check it out to support them for their goals. That's really important. I see that Daniele is thanking us. Thank you. Yes, Jung, I agree with you about his thoughts. Yeah, so he's agreeing with us about the Jung theme. And thanks again, Jelena, for being with us. It was awesome.
Pleasure.
We found a lot of things in common, so that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Have an awesome day. Oh, guys, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also Telegram channel, so you'll be updated about everything and about our next live chats. And so let's see you there. That's it. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.